What is up, awesome people? Alrighty, so I've got another multi-battle from mine and PIMPNITE's live stream. This was up against Alex and Keegan, so this one wasn't from our last live stream, but from the live stream beforehand. So, for those who didn't tune into that live stream, this was actually our very first multi-battle that me and PIMPNITE have played. So we did not know what to expect at all, so we didn't know how the whole thing played out, what the mechanics were and all that. And as you can tell, we had definitely no team synergy at all when it came to like double battles. So multi-battles play out in double battles, so 2v2. We select 3 Pokemon each, which makes up a team of 6. So yeah, so we definitely did not know what to expect at all. But anyways, Alec had Vaporeon, Snorlax, and Scizor, and Keegan had Haxorus, Venusaur, and Ursaring. Whereas PIMPNITE had Tropius, Zangoose, and Mr. Mime, and I had Mightyena, Sableye, and Salamence. So definitely no team synergy whatsoever. I think the only communication me and PIMPNITE had for this battle was just before we selected our opponents. So I think that was just talking, deciding who we should use and how we should work our pokes. But besides that, there was no other communication whatsoever throughout the battle. Alrighty, so I'm just going to shut up because I don't like to dribble jabble before battles. But anyways, let's get this battle underway and let's see just how interesting this battle was. Alrighty, so Keegan's going to lead with Mama Bear and Alex is going to lead with Scizor, and Mama Bear is of course an Ursaring, which is freaking awesome. Anyways, I'm going to lead with Mightyena and PIMPNITE is going to lead with Tropius. So I'm going to lead off there with the Howl. My Mightyena set is kind of an anti-lead Pokemon, but unfortunately it's a very underpowered anti-lead. So anyways, Scizor goes for the X-Scissor there, bringing me down to my sash. Mama Bear goes for the Sword Dance there, raising its attack by 2 stages, or by ×2. And Tropius is going to go for the Leech Seed here onto Scizor, so Scizor is going to be getting some residual damage there from Leech Seed, plus some recovery there for Tropius, which is great since Scizor can be quite of a pain, and both physically bulky as well. So anyways, Ursaring's Toxic Orb does kick in there, so I'm assuming it's either got Quick Feet or Guts. I'm more leaning towards Guts since that's what most people run. Bullet Punch there onto Mightyena after the Sucker Punch, which dealt some nice damage there to Ursaring, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Ursaring goes for the Sard there on Tropius, and that is going to unfortunately one-hit KO Tropius. So that wasn't actually a great lead from us at all, but I did manage to knock that Ursaring down, nearly down to red with Mityena's Sucker Punch, which is really what mattered. That was great. Anyways, I'm going to send in my Sableye, and Zangoose is going to come out for PIMPNITE. Zangoose is going to go for the quick attack there on Ursaring and taking the Ursaring out. So that was really great play there on PIMPNITE. I go for the Will-O-Wisp there on Scizor just to burn it and halve its attack because this thing is just monstrous. Scizor goes for the Aerial Ace there, but thanks to the burn, it's not going to deal quite a lot of damage there to Sableye. So of course my Sableye set does have the lefty recovery there. Leech Seed residual damage and burn damage there on Scizor is going to really hurt the Scizor quite badly here. So there's a lot of residual damage going on there for Scizor. And with that, Toxic Orb does activate on Zangoose. Alright, so Keegan sends in Haxorus, which I very rarely see now on X and Y, to be honest. I saw it quite a lot in 5th gen, but for 6th gen, it's been very quiet. Anyways, Scizor is sent out, and Vaporeon comes in. I go for the Will-O-Wisp, but unfortunately Haxorus is a freaking ninja and misses. That's great. But it does go down to a Facade there from Zangoose. So for those who have figured out, Zangoose is running the Toxic Boost set here, so Toxic Orb, Toxic Boost plus Facade. Almost it's just as hard as Ursaring, just like a freaking truck. Anyways, Venusaur comes in and it's another shiny. I'm almost guaranteed to see at least one shiny in these multi-battles. It's unreal. Anyways, Venusaur does do a Mega Revolution, goes into Mega Venusaur. So I'm expecting Leech Seed, Sludge Bomb, the usual Venusaur sets. Will-O-Wisp there onto Venusaur just in case it is running a Curse set, Curse physical set. Zangoose goes for the start here on Venusaur. That does bring it down to the red, just not enough to kill it. Venusaur goes for the Leech Seed as I predicted, so it's going to Leech Seed Zangoose for a little bit of extra residual damage plus Toxic. That is kind of bad news there for Zangoose. Vaporeon goes for the Acid Armor there, raising its defense by 2 stages, and I get left a recovery. Leech Seed damage there on Zangoose, which is going to start hurting over a period of time. Recovery there on Venusaur from Leech Seed, poison damage there as well for Zangoose, and burn damage, which is going to negate the Leech Seed recovery. Alrighty, so I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp there on Vaporeon, just deal some extra damage there to Vaporeon, because Vaporeon is known to be quite of a stally poke with Wish, Acid Armor, etc, etc. Zangoose goes for the Facade there on Vaporeon, one-shotting it with a critical hit. I think the crit may have mattered, not too sure on that one actually. Venusaur goes for the Sleep Powder there on Sableye, which is great. So now my Sableye is asleep. Really can't do much here. I really don't want to switch to my other poke either, even though it is Salamence to be honest. I don't want to show it yet though. Zangoose does get that extra poison damage, which is starting to rack up a little bit more and a little bit more, so it's coming quite to that dangerous stage. Bird there to Venusaur back down to the red. Alright, so Snorlax comes in. I'm still asleep unfortunately. Zangoose goes for the close combat onto Snorlax, and that is going to be a one-hit KO for sure, which is great because Snorlax can be pretty deadly on the field if you let it set up and all that. So Snorlax goes down, and with that Venusaur goes for the Sludge Bomb onto Zangoose. That is definitely going to be a one-hit KO there and bringing Zangoose down. But that doesn't matter because Zangoose, oh my god, what a monster! He definitely did some work in this battle. And with that, Venusaur does go down to the burn as well. So Mr. Mime does come onto the field, which is, I'm pretty sure, PIMPNITE's last poke. And Scizor does return to the battle, and it is the last Pokemon to remain. I do finally switch out and switch into my Salamence, because who knows what's going to happen. And Mr. Mime does go for the Focus Blast, which is going to take the Scizor out. So that was GG. That was actually a really fun battle, and that was really what opened us up to multi-battles and just showing just how fun these battles can be. And at the same time, we got to see just truly how powerful some Pokemon can be, even though they seem quite deceiving in stats. Usually, I mean, I already know Zangoose can be quite a bit of a monster with its attack, but with that Toxic Boost, oh my god, that is so strong! Wow, that's something to be feared. As I said, Ursaring with Guts and Facade, that hits like a truck. I used to actually use a Guts Facading Ursaring myself, but I have switched to Quick Feet because I do find that a little bit more reliable than Guts. May give up the power, but I do get the extra speed. But yeah, all the other pokes are kind of like I've seen before, the usual cliched sets, but still quite fun to see, actually see like Zangoose stand up to him as well. But yeah, anyways, that's it for this battle. Yeah, as I said, that was GG, GG guys. If you want to challenge me and PIMPNITE to multi-battles, we usually ask for battles on live streams, and that should be happening now every Saturday or Sunday, depending on where you live. It's Sunday for us, but I think for like America it's Saturday or something. So if you want to hit us up for a multi-battle, make sure to tune into our live streams. I don't know if we're going to be opening it up outside of live streams or anything like that. If we do, I think PIMPNITE will let everyone know, but as for myself, I am opening up to multi-battles outside of live streams. Usually you can catch me on the Facebook group. I will be looking for multi-battles whenever I get the chance. I should be posting a few multi-battles as well I've done with a few Facebook group members as well, so make sure to keep an eye out for them as well, because they're quite fun, and it's quite interesting seeing me play with other people as well besides PIMPNITE, because obviously I get thrown into the opponent's position where I have no idea what's going on or what the other person's doing or what they're thinking, etc, etc. So anyways, all I can really say is hope you enjoyed the video and make sure to look out for more battles from me. And at the same time, I hope to see you guys at future live streams as well. So this is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!